remain undocumented. He invested
journey to Gibraltar.
The Mary Celeste, merchant brigantine, was discovered adrift and deserted in the Atlantic Ocean near the Azorian Islands on December 4, 1872, by the Canadian brigantine Dei Grazia. Despite being found in a seaworthy condition with intact cargo and personal belongings, none of those on board were ever seen again. Built in Nova Scotia in 1861 and later transferred to American ownership, the ship had a relatively uneventful history until its mysterious abandonment. Salvage hearings in Gibraltar considered various theories, including mutiny, piracy, and insurance fraud, but no convincing evidence supported any of them.
Welcome to the place where you'll find your perfect accommodation. If you're the owner of a hotel, motel, or a similar establishment, don't hesitate to reach out for a potential collaboration.
After the hearings, the ship continued in service under new owners until it was deliberately wrecked off the coast of Haiti in 1885 as part of an attempted insurance fraud. The story of the Mary Celeste has been the subject of numerous retellings in media, with 1884 short story J. Habakkuk Jeffson's statement popularizing the name Marie Celeste. The future Mary Celeste began its construction in late 1860 at Joshua Dewis's shipyard in Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia, using locally sourced timber. Launched on May 18, 1861, under the name Amazon, she was a brigantine-rigged ship of approximately 198.42 gross tonnage. Owned by a consortium of 9 individuals, Amazon encountered mishaps early in her career, including the death of her first captain, Robert McClellan, shortly after her maiden voyage. Captain John Nutting Parker took over, navigating her through further challenges, such as collisions and sinking incidents. Under various captains, Amazon operated mainly in the West Indies trade until a storm drove her ashore in Cape Breton Island in 1867, leading to her abandonment and acquisition by Alexander McBean. Haynes invested $1,750 in the purchase and an additional $8,825 in restoration costs. Assuming command himself, Haynes re-registered the vessel as an American ship named Mary Celeste with the Collector of the Port of New York in December 1868. However, in October 1869, the ship faced seizure by Haynes's creditors, prompting its sale to a New York-based consortium led by James H. Winchester. Over the following 3 years, ownership of the consortium fluctuated, with Winchester maintaining at least a 50% share. Mary Celeste's trading activities during this period remain undocumented. In early 1872, the vessel underwent extensive refurbishment totaling $10,000, which included enlarging her dimensions significantly to a length of 103 feet, breadth of 26 feet, and depth of 16 feet. Benjamin Briggs, born in Wareham, Massachusetts, in 1835, hailed from a seafaring family and was deeply religious. In 1862, he married Sarah Elizabeth Cobb and had 2 children. Despite considering retirement, he invested in the ship Mary Celeste. In October 1872, he captained its voyage to Genoa, Italy, accompanied by his wife and infant daughter. Briggs selected a carefully chosen crew, including experienced sailors and a steward recommended by the ship's owner. Both Briggs and his wife expressed satisfaction with the crew's capabilities before the voyage commenced.
On October 20, 1872, Benjamin Briggs oversaw the loading of Mary Celeste's cargo in New York City, joined later by his wife and daughter. Departure was delayed until November 5 due to uncertain weather conditions. During the wait, Sarah Briggs penned a letter to her mother-in-law. Once the weather cleared, Mary Celeste set sail into the Atlantic. Nearby, the Canadian brigantine Dei Grazia, captained by David Morehouse, was also preparing for its journey to Gibraltar. Briggs and Morehouse likely knew each other, sharing common interests and possibly dining together before Mary Celeste's departure. Dei Grazia encountered the Mary Celeste adrift and deserted on December 4, 1872, between the Azores and Portugal. Captain Morehouse sent his crew to investigate the seemingly abandoned vessel, finding it in disarray with sails set oddly and no crew in sight. The ship's log revealed its last entry dated 9 days prior, indicating its position far from where it was found. Despite signs of orderly departure, personal belongings, and navigational instruments were missing. Morehouse decided to bring the Mary Celeste to Gibraltar for salvage hearings, dividing his crew between the 2 vessels for the journey. Both ships arrived safely, and Mary Celeste was impounded for the hearings, while De Grazia's crew expressed relief at their successful mission.
Despite suspicions and theories, evidence presented in Gibraltar failed to substantiate Flood's claims of murder and conspiracy regarding the Mary Celeste. While some speculated about insurance fraud due to the vessel's heavy insurance coverage, Winchester refuted these accusations, and no formal inquiry was initiated by the insurance companies. Later theories suggested scenarios involving Morehouse luring Briggs and his crew aboard De Grazia for foul play, but these hypotheses lacked evidence. The possibility of piracy was also dismissed due to the intact personal possessions left on board. One extreme theory proposed Briggs committing mass murder and suicide out of religious mania, but this was later retracted by the historian who suggested it after speaking with Briggs's descendants. Briggs's cousin Oliver Cobb speculated that the transfer of personnel to the yawl might have been a temporary safety measure, attaching it to Mary Celeste using the main halyard. However, this theory was challenged, as it seemed illogical to attach the yawl if the crew believed the ship was in danger. MacDonald Hastings argued against Briggs leading a panicked abandonment, suggesting that staying aboard Mary Celeste would have been a better survival strategy. Arthur N. Putman proposed a similar theory, highlighting the quick abandonment indicated by the cut rope of the missing lifeboat. He suggested an intense explosion in the hold, possibly ignited by a lit cigar or open flame, leading to a panicked evacuation. Commentators concur that an extraordinary event prompted the entire crew to abandon the Mary Celeste, a seaworthy ship with ample provisions. Various theories have been proposed, including a false sounding due to malfunctioning pumps, a severe waterspout strike, fear of grounding, or a sudden submarine earthquake. Some suggest the possibility of alcohol fumes causing an explosion, while others point to a scenario involving escaping fumes and rumblings from the hold. Briggs's cousin supported a theory involving the potential explosion of alcohol vapors, leading to a hasty evacuation. In 2006, an experiment suggested that an explosion without fire damage could explain the mysterious abandonment, reigniting interest in the explosion theory. Over the years, the mystery of the Mary Celeste has been embellished with both fact and fiction. Various retellings, such as those in the Los Angeles Times and the Cornhill magazine, introduced invented details and inaccuracies that captured public imagination. Arthur Conan Doyle's story, J. Habakkuk Jeffson's statement, in the Cornhill magazine diverged significantly from the actual events, weaving a tale of murder and conspiracy. Subsequent alleged survivor accounts and literary hoaxes, like Lawrence J. Keating's and Captain R. Lucy's stories, further blurred the lines between fact and fiction. Even fantastical explanations involving giant squids, paranormal intervention, and alien abductions have been entertained, contributing to the enduring allure of the Mary Celeste mystery.